There's only one, the GOAT, John Brzenk. It's always a pleasure seeing him pull. Him versus Oleg Petrenko. I was a little scared, but I backed up John because you never bet against a great one. It's just, and he put on an absolute arm wrestling clinic in that match. Even though Petrenko tried his best, did some, in my opinion, false starts or started a little early just to get it rolling, John took absolute control of that match, dominated it. The feeling and emotions that everyone in the audience had was just beyond everything or anything I have ever felt. Like, it was just so much support, and I felt a little bit, bad for Petrenko, but there are two great things in arm wrestling, or let's say like this, there's one good thing and one bad thing that can happen. Not even bad or good, but great and worse. The great thing would be you're pulling John Brzenk. And the worst thing or bad thing could be you pulling John Brzenk. So I think every arm wrestler's dream is to have a match versus John. Oleg Petrenko, he was 24, if I'm correct, 24 years old. John, 58. So John's has just twice his age, plus 10 years. And still looked amazing. The perfect storm has it every time. I don't know which other sport can say the things that we say about John, and it's funny to me that people are still arguing like, it's like, oh, John was never that good or so. Absolutely, you should educate yourselves or you should delete yourselves from the internet. John is amazing. It's always a pleasure to watch him pull. The emotions on East versus West 5 was just crazy. The way he takes control of the matches, the power level that he possesses, the in and out knowledge just on table, it's crazy how he can go from, like John never warms up. He just goes on table and starts pulling, which is so weird, and not a lot of people that actually can do that. John can do it, and John does it on the highest level possible. I'm always happy. I'm always excited to see him pull, and always we need to be thankful that this is still happening. 2022, John Brzenk is still pulling and still at the top of his game. Right now, I believe at 100 kilos, John is the man. I would love to see him pull Kidrigali for sure, because that's a loss, and he lost, and I think that could happen. If that happens again, I'm always betting against John, especially right now. Petrenko that he pulled, 2019, Petrenko destroyed everyone in 95 kilo class. He was the #1 seed in top 8 95 kilo class. That was meant to happen in 2020, where John is going to be a part of it, but it didn't happen. Petrenko showed up 9 kilos heavier than his Lottie, because they had 104 kilo weight limit. He might be even bigger after the match. And John just dominated that match. Amazing performance, greatest of all time, John Brzenk. Stay strong, love arm wrestling.